Hey, what's up everybody, this is Mike B, aka Phony, and this is another review of the video game Aion. Of course, completely unbiased, no sarcasm there, wink, and we're going to be covering levels 11 through 20. Before we start, I want to kind of answer the question, how do you get on beta? Pre-order it. That's pretty much it. I mean, unless you want to kind of throw your money into the lotto system on some random website, that's totally up to you. But pre-ordering it guarantees you a spot, and then you're in. That's it. Alright, the first time around, we covered the Elios and how they go through the ascension process. And basically what's happening here is this is the past, and then this dude like knocks out your memory. It was a Born Identity effect. Well, on the Asmodean side, it's actually in the future, and it's a prophecy that is being read to you through your quest line. So let's back up a little bit. The prophecy basically says that you're gonna die in the future, and you have to stop it. That's the storyline.
Harken Night Reaper! Ho!
Pretty interesting, right? Anyways, the similarities don't stop there. This is the actual scene where you go through the whole ascension process and you're being recognized. The top left is the Elios, the bottom right is the Asmodean.
Who's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks?
Phony.
You're damn right.
No similarities there. Alright, anyways, moving on. Level 11, you go to Altgard, which is basically a castle in the middle of some like Winter Wonderland. I picked up like 400 quests going into this thing, so I was pretty busy in this area for a while. I think I got to like level 12 or so before I actually moved out. Moving past this, I did some cool quests. One of them was like escorting this guy through this dangerous swamp full of these epic flamingos. I played handball on the Oregon Trail. I farmed a shitload of Defias, or whatever these human guys are called in this game. I came across this character where like obviously every ounce of creativity that the NC Soft team had went right into this character. I mean, Man Tiger. Sounds to me like those Korean guys watch a little too much Napoleon Dynamite. I'll tell you right now that sorcerers are pretty OP. I mean, they can sleep people for like 30 seconds, and I think in PvP it lasts like 20 seconds or something. It's something ridiculous. It's probably gonna get nerfed if it hasn't already, but just so you know ahead of time. One of the quests actually had me picking corn, and then some big corny dude comes out and just starts whipping my ass with like these knockback effects and physics and everything, which is kind of cool. When you finish, you can actually turn into a corn and walk around and fuck with people. So of course, when you get a costume, what do? You go to the newbie starting zone and you sit there and you fuck with them. So that's kind of what I did. Oh, and there's this quest that basically ports you to the opposite faction's like leveling ground, and then it just kind of laughs at you and you get your ass kicked. That's pretty much the entire quest. Divine Power is kind of like rage that doesn't degrade itself after you get out of combat. You spend it on moves that you accumulate while you level, and they're like powerful moves, supposedly. The rate of accumulation for Divine Power in order to spend it on that move is terrible in PvE. You basically kill like 50 dudes, and then when you actually get to use the skill, it doesn't even kill them. And that's if it doesn't get resisted. I mean, give me a break. Kill 50 and only get one free? Fuck. Whatever. Anyways, let's talk about changing channels. Channels are basically parallel dimensions within the same realm. I can change from one channel to another, let's say if one is getting overpopulated, but there's actually kind of some hack shit going on. Basically what you do is you go to one of these outdoor instances where you can farm a boss. You kill the boss, and then you and your group just kind of go hide behind like a teepee or a tree or something like that, and then you change channels. You have 10 channels to choose from. You basically just cycle through the channels and keep killing the same mob over and over again. That's it. Their fix to that, they put a 3-minute timer on it in Altgard. Really? 3 minutes? The boss battle takes 3 minutes. As if it wasn't cool enough that you could customize the shit out of your character, and you can even customize your gear almost in the same way. Not necessarily the geometry, but the stats as well as the color. First we'll cover the stats. Stat augmenting in Aion is actually a lot like gemming is in WoW. You get these stones called mana stones that all have different attributes. Each one gives you a little bit here, a little bit there, depends on what it is. Physical crit, magic boost, defense, evasion, whatever. And then you can apply it to your gear. Almost every piece of gear actually has 1 or 2 slots. It really depends on if it's green or if it's blue or whatever the value of the item is. Furthermore, you can actually disenchant, and you don't have to be an enchanter or anything to do this. You can just buy tools, and then I guess it just kind of sucks the stat soul out of the blues and the greens, and you have this little magic orb which contains the soul of this particular item that you just disenchanted or took apart or soul sucked. And then you can take that soul ball and you can actually apply it to your current gear you have. This effect actually stacks. I don't know how many times, but I think I was able to get my gear up to like +2 or +3 of like almost all of my stats that were on that particular item. So I don't know where it stops. Now, dyeing your gear. buying dyes of whatever variety of different colors that you can get, and then applying it to your gear is very fucking cool. Of course, I decided to choose probably the darkest corner of this particular city to show this effect, so you really probably can't see it. But basically, I'm taking my gear, which is like some kind of off purple, and I'm turning it emerald green. And you can apply these dyes to every single piece of gear that you have. So if you get a piece that's red and a piece that's like purple, you know, you don't have to worry about, oh man, my DPS outfit looks like fucking Homie the Clown's outfit, you know? No more of that, because now you can dye all of your gear. Gathering again. Okay, I was gonna show you how I could like suck the soul out of this log, but then I said fuck it. But then later on in the game I realized that you actually have to level your gathering skill, because you're gonna get slammed with a ton of quests that are like, oh, go get me 15 of these and 20 of these, whatever, you know, the typical thing, but it's all gathering. So I didn't really have the time to go and do all this leveling of the gathering, and I really didn't have enough money to go and buy the shit out, and could have sold stuff, but the private store market was pretty slammed, as you could see. So, I mean, I kind of had to do what any other girl would do. But we'll never bring that up again. Watch the screen. It's about to go from nighttime to daytime. Did you catch it? You probably didn't. Watch it again. Okay, this time, watch. There it is. Pretty fast, right? Well, some guy in the forums is all like, dude, there's like a sun, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, next. This guy, though, Professor MS Paint, really laid it out for us. I mean, this is the reason why Dusk to Dawn lasts 2.5 seconds. There's 3 suns, I think, or either that or it's like handball or something. And I guess having a purple palm tree and a regular palm tree kind of is what makes it happen. Alright, so that's pretty much all I got for today. Next time I'm going to cover PvP and stigmas. Stigmas is basically like talent system. You can take these skills that you get from these stones and you basically stick these stones like in your butt, and then you all of a sudden can do these other moves. I have no idea how it works. I just turned 20. Next time I get 25, we'll go in the abyss, do some PvP, kind of show you guys how that's going. And then that's pretty much it. On the way out, I have 2 medleys for you. The first one is actually kind of in direct response to some of the comments that I've been getting. Apparently having 2 starting zones is like way more than any other game in the history of MMOs. And then the second one is, well, it's pretty standard, I think.
Come on, baby, and kick them daisies. Treat them girls when they do something. I want you to. Treat them girls when they do something. Everybody. Treat them girls when they do something. I want you to. Treat them girls when they do something. Say, look at them girls when they do something. They really got it going on. Looking all nice, fancy, sweet, showing them, and they on butt chicks. I do like it a lot. When I'm showing some of what you got, yo, girls have been looking real cute. The way y'all kicking them daisies do. Come on, baby, and kick them daisies. Look at them girls when they do something. I want you to. Look at them girls when they do something. Everybody. Look at them girls when they do something.
Stand the pain, and I can't make it go away. No, I can't stand the pain. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes